Hi everybody, it's Kimberly here. Hi y'all. I haven't uploaded for a few days. I was having some technical difficulties yesterday. I was trying to upload my YouTube and then I was trying to do my podcast and I had downloaded some apps and I was having some issues, and I had to work. And by the time I got off it was late, so I didn't feel like uploading that late at night, but I'm just reiterating that I do have a podcast now. I just uploaded the second episode today, which was supposed to be yesterday, but I had some issues, so I uploaded that one. It's about dogs. Check it out if you want. It's on a lot of different platforms. Gosh, I'm going to write them down, and I'll Anchor, Spotify, I can't remember, it's not Comcast, no. Oh, I don't know what it's called, but alright, I'm going to get a list of them, and I'll tell y'all about them. I've got my notes here. I'm going to read off my notes, because I'm just so tired, and, yesterday was awful. And I was working late, and okay, the stimulus checks. Apparently, I don't know if we're ever going to get one, or what the hell's going on. So angry, God, I guess, rich people, they clearly don't care about us working class. That's the message that they're sending out, Well, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden's pick for VP, Vice President, she is still trying to get the $2,000 plan going, $2,000 a month, which, I really don't think that's going to work. That's just a lot of money, so much money, and I just don't see it happening. I wish it would, but yeah, I don't see it happening. They don't even want to give us one $1,200 check. I mean, they already give us one, but the next one, I guess it would be the second one. They don't even want to do that now. They're just letting people live on the streets and go without, and like I say, this shows the true character of people, because this is one of the most defining moments in our history. And this is, some of these wealthy people that have, millions of dollars in their bank account, they're not worried about it. They're worried about their greed, that they're not going to be getting more and more millions, because it's hitting them, all these businesses that are closing down and they're not being able to run at full capacity. Yeah, it's hitting, wealthy people too. And they're thinking it's going to get a lot better, but, it's going to be a struggle for a long time, and it's going to be something that's going to bite them in the ass. By that time, it's going to be too late, there's people that are not just, I don't want to say just wealthy, but people who are well-to-do. I think that's a little different than being wealthy. That, they've already lost their businesses. They've had to sell houses and cars and all their luxury items, There's discount sales going on everywhere. They want that cash, and so it's affecting a lot of people. But by the time they realize it, there's a lot of working class and poor people that are, struggling, really having a hard time, and losing their homes, and can't pay their car payments, and can't make, bills. They can't pay bills, and they're just leaving us out like the trash, Well, before my blood pressure explodes, let's go to something else. Let's see, the weather here, it finally broke on, I think Sunday was the last 100+ degree day that we've had, and it dropped yesterday to, I think, like 93 or something. I don't know. It was lovely. You live in a hot place when you think 93 degrees is lovely. Oops, sorry. And it was real cloudy all day yesterday, and I love that. To me, I could live in cloudy, gloomy weather. Oh, that makes me so happy and bright. See, it has the opposite effect on me. I don't get depressed or anything like that when I see clouds and darkness. I love it. I guess because I've had so much of the heat here, it's like baked my brain. Ugh. Cloudy, gloomy, drizzly weather, I love it. I've actually thought, I've looked at land in other places that's where it's not so hot and it rains more or it has more cooler weather. I mean, I'm seriously still thinking about that for my retirement, yeah. And, I wanted to do, I told you before I wanted to do the podcast. I was wanting to do 2 different podcasts, one specifically for dogs, and then was another like an extension of my YouTube channel for all kinds of subjects. And I thought I might have a few people on that I know, or something like that, kind of like a co-host thing every once in a while. But apparently, you can only make one podcast on Anchor under your name, or just one main podcast or something like that. I don't know. So I may have to go to a different platform to make my other podcasts. But I've been thinking about it. I'm going to stick with just my channel, my YouTube channel, and this new podcast. If I do another podcast, it'll be like next year, later on, or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to stretch too thin, and I still want to put a lot of energy into my YouTube channel, so I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to concentrate on this channel and my dog podcast, The Dog Show with Kimberly Quintanilla, just in case you want to look it up. Let me see. Okay, I wanted to do some ASMR, but the mics that I ordered like months ago are stuck in China or wherever, I guess. Yeah, I guess China. I don't know. I ordered them from Wish, and I ordered a whole bunch of stuff at once, and I got about half of it, and it took about 2 or 3 months. So this is going on like 4 or 5 months, I guess. Maybe 4 months. I don't know. It just seems like forever. And I've already paid for it. But every time I look them up, they're stuck in, I want to say China. I guess it is. I guess on the docks, or sitting around, whatever, in a box or on a boat or whatever they do with them when they waiting for customs or whatever. And what Trump did, half my stuff is still sitting there, and I don't know. I mean, I spent all that money on it, and it was like a beginner level mic, but it had a lot of different functions and things, and I picked it out because of that, And so I don't know if I'm going to have to order a new one or what, or use this little tiny mic or something, because I really wanted to start getting into the ASMR, do a few shows here and there. And I wanted to do it like in a low light setting. I've seen some of the channels that I want to set an ambiance. I don't want bright lights or anything like that. I wanted it to be, my low light videos that I do. I've done all those by accident. They turned out horrible because when I was doing it, when I was sitting in the room with the candles or the 1 or 2 little lights that I had, it wasn't dark to me. It was kind of dark, but it had an ambiance to it, and that's what I was trying to do. But apparently I'm going to have to get a lot more lighting. I have to go to Walmart or somewhere and figure out something, because I don't want the bright lights from the upper, I don't want the room light. I want a specific, ambiance lighting. And I like candles, so I think I might get a bunch of candles, because I've seen a couple of the ASMR people doing their thing with, there's one that was really neat, and they had a bunch of candles, and I just liked the ambiance and the way it was, and I really like that. So I'm probably going to do something like that, but I got to figure something out, because apparently my mics and lights and everything are stuck there, and I already spent the money on it. I mean, I could probably order another one, but I just can't afford it right now. I can't do it right now, and I want the ones that I ordered. I want them. So I'm going to have to wait or see what happens. I don't know. well, that's all my notes that I have. And I'll get probably another video up tomorrow. Maybe my biggest fears, or I'm not sure, I don't know. I will figure out what I'm going to post. I'll think about it tonight while I'm working, because I got to work tonight, so I'll figure out something to put up, and hopefully we'll get a stimulus check. Oh gosh, I need one so bad. And I know other people need it more than me. And just visit the dog show if you want to hear my ramblings about dogs and the things. The second show, see, the first one was just about a 10-minute intro into what the channel was about and how much I love dogs and stuff like that. Just a little about me and my dogs and my channel, my YouTube channel, and the premise of the podcast was primarily all about dogs. And this second show that I just uploaded today was just from the beginning, I was just talking about why do we want dogs, why do we want dogs in our lives, what are the main reasons, kind of like the foundation to start off with. Think about why you want dogs. What is the reason, and do they really fit into your schedule, your life, or what quality of life can you offer them? Think about that. If you're thinking about getting a dog right now, I was just kind of planting the seeds of why do you want a dog, to think about that first from the very start. And the next podcasts are going to be more specifically pertaining to a certain subject about dogs. And I've got a whole list. I've got like 2 pages lists of shows already. Each one a single line. I think it's like 24, 25 per page. So I've got about 50 ideas already of different shows, and I'm thinking about, new subjects all the time, and I always write them down, so I'll come up with a lot of things for that podcast. And I think they're generally going to be 30 minutes to an hour. I think the one that I did yesterday was 40 minutes. And I always wanted to do a radio show. If anybody's ever seen Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater, oh, that's such a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it was such a good movie then, and it put him on the map. It made him like super famous, and it's a good movie. It's so funny. It's a hilarious movie, and it's about how he's a real quiet, nerdy kid, and nobody would ever suspect that he was running an underground illegal radio show, because you could. I don't know if you can still do that. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people used to do these illegal radio shows, like from their basement or something. They'd get the equipment, and I even wanted to do that. When I saw Pump Up the Volume, I started researching all the equipment, and I was figuring out how much it would cost to buy it and all this stuff. I was going to do that, and he did it anonymously, and so all the kids at his school didn't know, but it was a really funny, he had this, oh, you have to see the movie, thing that he would do that was really, juvenile and infantile like kind of behavior, but nobody would suspect that it was him that was doing it, and then they found out it was him, and it was just a good show. It was hilarious. I loved it, and I wanted to do that. And so when podcasting came around, I was, this was like when I was a teenager, but then the podcasting has come around for the past decade or so. People were getting really into it, and there's tons of podcasts. And I used to listen to mostly I listened to music on my radio, but every once in a while there was a station that would have, I can't remember, some talk radio. I would listen to certain shows, and I used to, oh God, I don't even want to say this person's name on here. One of my friends used to listen to Rush Limbaugh, and I hate him. I hate his guts, and he got me into listening more talk radio, and we would discuss it or like fight about it after we listened to his show. It was hilarious. It was just funny, but So I was kind of always, and I kind of wanted to work at a radio station, but I'm not like real super into pranks and doing, the kind of behavior that you have at a radio. I really don't have that personality, and I'm more practical, I guess. I'm a boring person. I've already said that. I had fun when I was young, and I loved to do things when I was young, but yeah, I'm an old lady now. I don't do anything. So I guess that's why I have this YouTube channel. And I always kind of wanted something to do with radio, but more like, I guess the podcast thing is perfect for me. I can discuss whatever subject I want. And I was trying to think for a long, long time I actually was going to start one before I started this YouTube channel, and I had been thinking about it for a long time. What do I do? I don't know because everybody was having these podcasts, and I was like, I don't know what to talk about, and I don't want to talk about myself or nothing. I don't do anything, I'm boring. I don't have any activities. And then finally I just thought, dogs. I love dogs, and I'm always doing things and researching things about dogs and stuff like that. So that's where that came about. And so just check out the dog show with Kimberly Quintanilla. I know I keep saying it over, but I think I've only gotten one download. You can't make any money off them until you get 1,000 listens. And I think that actually that one listen was me. I don't know. Okay, well, I'll post another YouTube probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, the next day. I've got to see how busy I am with work. And thank you all. Thank you so much.